Windows 10 died 4 months ago, and what Microsoft rolled out in its place is something most people haven't actually looked at. They just clicked through the upgrade and went back to work. If that's you, stop. Right now, on the machine you're using to watch this, there are features running in the background that didn't exist 18 months ago. Settings flipped to defaults you never approved. And a 2026 roadmap from Redmond that quietly assumes you'll keep accepting whatever comes next. I spent the last 6 weeks tearing apart a fresh Windows 11 install, capturing network traffic, reading the policy documentation that it reads, comparing what's promised against what actually shows up. What I found is the reason I'm making this video today instead of next month. Let me show you exactly what's running on your computer right now, why it's running, and what you can do about it before the next round of updates makes it harder. So let's talk about what changed, because marketing pages won't tell you, and the upgrade screen definitely didn't. The headline feature is something Microsoft calls Recall Assistant. It takes screenshots of your screen every few seconds, runs them through an on-device AI model, and builds a searchable index of everything you've ever done on your PC. Your emails, your bank statements, your private messages, the medical portal you logged into last Tuesday, all of it captured, all of it indexed, all of it sitting in a database on your hard drive. Microsoft pulled the original version in 2024 after security researchers tore it apart. They rebuilt it, relaunched it, it's now rolling out to Copilot Plus PCs through 2026. The company says it's opt-in. The company also says it's secure. Both of those claims deserve a closer look. Kevin Beaumont, a security researcher who spent years analyzing Microsoft's enterprise products, published a teardown of the Windows and found that while encryption is added, the fundamental risk profile didn't change. If someone gets access to your unlocked machine, hardware, use of malware that exploits privileges, they get access to a visual record of the entire digital life. Independent testing by researchers at Cybernews this year found that information is still valid. Families have already been updated to specifically target recall's database. That's not theoretical. That's a thing happening now. Then there's telemetry, even with diagnostic data set to the minimum required level. Clean Windows 11 install reaches out to Microsoft servers thousands of times a day. Some of that is necessary. Do checks, time synchronization, certificate validation. A lot of it isn't. Independent network analysis has shown connections to advertising inputs, content recommendation services, and behavioral telemetry pipelines that exist entirely to feed Microsoft's understanding of the UK Information Commissioner's Office and Internet Protection Authorities have been raising flags about Microsoft's data practices for years, particularly around enterprise products. And the consumer side of Windows 11 inherits most of those same patterns. Now think about what that actually means for you. What you're typing, what you're searching, what apps you open, and how long you keep them open. Which documents you edit, which websites you linger on, when you're at your desk, and when you walk away. None of this individually is catastrophic. The problem is that all of it together, combined with your Microsoft account, your device ID, your location, and increasingly your AI interactions, builds a profile that didn't exist a decade ago, and you didn't really consent to it. You clicked through a setup wizard designed to get you to the desktop as fast as possible, and the defaults were set for people whose job is not to protect their privacy. It gets worse when you look at hardware. Microsoft's TPM 2.0 requirement locked millions of perfectly functional cases out of Windows 11 in 2021. Copilot Plus tier introduced in 2024 raised the bar again, this time requiring a neural processing unit, an NPU, capable of 40 trillion operations per second. If your machine doesn't meet that threshold, you don't get the new AI features. The pattern is clear. Every 2 to 3 years, the baseline jumps, and the machine you bought yesterday becomes the second-class citizen of tomorrow. This is the part that really bothers me about this. Here's the part that took me a while to accept, because I wanted to believe this was incompetence rather than design. It isn't incompetence. Microsoft's business model has shifted, and Windows is no longer the product the way it used to be. The product is the relationship, the recurring revenue from Microsoft 365, the cloud storage upsells, the advertising slots in the start menu, AI services that bill by the query, and increasingly the data that trains the next generation of those AI services. The Wall Street Journal and Bloomberg have reported on Microsoft's strategic priorities over the last 2 years. The through line is consistent. Windows is a distribution channel for everything else. It changes how you should read every design. Lock screen ads that show up between distribution channel. OneDrive prompts that appear 17 different ways during setup. Distribution channel. Edge browser quietly installs The European Union's Digital Markets Act has already forced Microsoft to unbundle Edge in EU regions. Privacy regulators in multiple countries are now examining whether features like recall meet the consent requirements of GDPR and similar frameworks. And in 2026, we're going to see more of these challenges, not fewer. The point is, Microsoft is being pulled in two directions at once. They want to extract more from you. The law, slowly and unevenly, is starting to push back. You don't have to wait for the law to catch up. You can take action today. All right, enough diagnosis. Let me walk you through exactly what to do in order, starting with the setting that matters most. Press the Windows key +I to open settings, and go to privacy and security. First up is recall and snapshots. If your machine is a Copilot Plus PC, recall may be available even if you haven't enabled it. Toggle it off explicitly, and while you're there, delete any existing snapshots. If you don't see this option, you're on hardware that doesn't support recall, which for now is its own form of protection. Verification: when you reopen the menu, the toggle should remain in the off position, and the snapshot count should read 0. This takes about 2 minutes. Second, in that same privacy section, work your way through every category: general, speech, thinking, and typing personalization, diagnostics, activity history, search permissions, app permissions. Turn off advertising, turn off language list sharing, turn off tailored experiences, turn off sending diagnostic data beyond what's required, turn off letting websites show locally relevant content. None of this breaks anything functional. What you'll lose is some personalization you probably never noticed, and some ad targeting you definitely didn't ask for. There's 10 minutes to go through each subsection. Third, the Microsoft account. This one is harder because Microsoft has made global accounts progressively more difficult to promote. It's still possible to refresh install by disconnecting from the internet during setup, or after the fact through settings, accounts, and the option to sign in with a local account instead. The reason this matters is that Microsoft ties your device to your search history, edge browsing, Office, activity, and your OneDrive contents into a single profile. A local account doesn't eliminate time, but it severs that connection. If a full local account isn't practical for you because you depend on Microsoft 365, at minimum, audit the Microsoft account as a file account at Microsoft.com/privacy. Most people are shocked to see the dashboard. Fourth, the apps and services running in the background. Open settings, apps, install apps, and remove anything you don't typically use. The default Windows 11 install includes apps that connect to advertising networks, news services, and Microsoft's content recommendation systems. You don't need them. You can go to apps, start up, and disable anything that doesn't need to launch from your computer. Your boot time improves, your background network traffic drops, and the attack surface of your machine shrinks. Verification, task manager, click the performance tab, and watch your network usage at idle. After this step, it should drop noticeably. Fifth, network level controls. This is where you get the biggest win for the least ongoing effort. Install a reputable network level filter. Pi-hole if you have a spare device or a Raspberry Pi. NextDNS if you want a managed service that costs nothing for personal use. Both block telemetry endpoints, add networks, and tracking domains at the DNS level, which means even apps that ignore your privacy settings can't reach the servers they need to reach. NextDNS in particular maintains telemetry block lists specifically tuned for Microsoft endpoints. Setup takes 15 minutes. Privacy improvement is significant. Now, an important disclaimer here because this matters. None of what I've just walked you through touches Windows Defender, Smart Screen, or the core security features of the operating system. Keep those enabled, keep them updated. The goal of this hardening is to reduce data collection and corporate behavioral judgment, not to weaken protections that defend you against actual malware. There's a meaningful difference between privacy hardening and security, and I want to be clear which side of that line we're on. If you work in a regulated industry, if your employer manages your device, or if your workflow depends on tight integration with Microsoft 365 enterprise features, talk to your IT team before changing account settings. Some of these steps may conflict with corporate policy, and that's not a fight worth picking on what machine. Now, here's the bigger picture. Step back from the settings. Menus for a second, because there's something bigger happening here. The pattern across the last decade is that the operating system you bought has become an operating system you rent, not in price, but in control. You're the tenant. Microsoft is the landlord. They decide what gets installed, what gets removed, what runs in the background, what data leaves the building. And they've been steadily rewriting the lease in your favor. You don't have to accept that lease. You can harden the system. You can switch to Linux if your workflow allows it. Distributions like Linux Mint, Pop! OS, and Fedora have made the migration easier than at any point in the last 20 years. If you want a hybrid setup with Windows for the apps, command it, information goes, the harder it becomes to untangle. 30 minutes against a 2026 roadmap that assumes you won't push back is the best trade you'll make this year. If this helped you understand what's actually happening in the machine, hit subscribe. I cover these issues the moment they're documented, not weeks later when the rest of the tech press finally catches up. And drop a comment letting me know which step surprised you most, or what you'd like me to investigate next. I read everyone.